wabarakatuh, and hi, my name is Farah Kasrina binti Rahimi from 1 SBEH, and in today's video I will be talking about the desirable factors that affect the value of residential properties. The first important factor is the location of the property. The location of the residential property plays a huge factor that affects the value of the real estate. Residential property that is near to amenities such as restaurants, shopping malls, schools, healthcare centers like the hospital or clinics, and public transportation like bus stations and LRT stations, MRT stations tend to increase the value of property. These areas are considered as secure, provide many services, have an outstanding social atmosphere, and also have a good investment for the present and the future at a fair price. Not only that, the residential property's value is also influenced by the tourism activity and if it is near the city center. With that being said, the more famous and accessible the investment venue is, the more valuable the property will be. The second important factor is comparable homes. The market price of comparable homes in your neighborhood that have been recently sold is a good way to measure the value of a property. These comparable houses are often referred to as comps. Comparables are used in valuation, where a recently sold asset is used to determine the value of a similar asset. Comparables often used in real estate to find the value of a home are lists of recent assets, sales, that reflect the characteristics of the asset of an owner that is looking to sell. The size and appeal of a house also plays a huge factor in determining its value. The size of a house has a significant impact on its valuation, with some prospective homebuyers looking directly at the price per square foot to rule out this effect and assess its value. Bigger houses prefer to sell at better prices, of course. You will also have to weigh in the attractiveness of the house. Usually, conventional, neutral layouts seems to have more meaning than obscure layouts that only appeal to small audiences. The more general the appeal of the house, the greater its worth, especially provided the re-appeal would be. Upgrades and home repairs also greatly improves the value of the residential property, particularly older properties that may have outdated features. Kitchen and bathroom repairs are some of the upgrades that will have the most impact on the valuation of the house. You may also suggest increasing the number of bedrooms. The curb appeal or the exterior presence is another big factor that influences the valuation of the land. Sprinkling up your garden will increase the value of the home as much as possible. The next factor is supply and demand. The push and pull of supply and demand has a major influence on the value of a property. The current state of housing market would also affect the valuation of the house. Home prices are influenced by supply and demand like any other economic commodity and can fluctuate on the basis of slight shifts in the economy of your region. For example, if there is a strong demand but a fixed supply, the prices of properties will increase. Supply can be expanded by separating large existing buildings into many smaller units or even by constructing completely new facilities. When supply exceeds demand, therefore, prices will continue to decline. The level of interest rate is one of the major factors that could affect the property value. If the Reserve Bank adjusts its monetary policy, it will impact the value of its reserves. If the Reserve Bank increases the official cash rate and lenders around the world would obey their home loan interest rates, the average monthly mortgage repayment would rise. This would also have a major effect on the affordability of housing, which means there is a little possibility of competition in real estate industry and that values will decline. Conversely, the reduction of interest rates suggests that it is more economical to buy and that house value will grow. The last factor is the economic factor. The economic circumstances of a region would have the effect on people's capability to sell or purchase an investment property. If the economy is blooming, more jobs will be produced, therefore they will earn more money. When people's purchasing power rises, they are more likely to spend it in a new home or even a second home. Eventually, the rise in demand would result in an increase of property prices. On the other hand, as unemployment grows, incomes continue to decline. Less families will be able to afford a home. Subsequently, home values will therefore crash. Therefore, it is a necessity to keep up to the prevailing conditions of the region before setting the price for the land. In conclusion, there are many factors that could affect the valuation of a residential property. It is important to know what a property is worth before you buy or sell a property. That's all from me on this topic. Thank you for listening.